Digital Darwinism does not discriminate. You can be so successful right now, and if you keep doing things the way that you're doing them today, I guarantee you that in 10 years you're going to be irrelevant. And that's a problem, because you have so much to do. Businesses are just falling like dead flowers. And it's their choice, because they're not bringing water, they're not bringing sunshine, they're not trying to grow. They're just trying to do things the way that they have always done it. And digital Darwinism is only accelerating. There's a great arrogance about this, I think. I get upset when I think that people are making excuses because it's not my job, or I'm trying, they're not listening to me, or because technology isn't as important as we think it is. But make no mistake, that arrogance combined with ignorance equals irrelevance. And this is our time to make a difference because we believe in it. Because we believe that competing for this moment, right here, right now, is not good enough. That's what everybody else can do. We're competing for the future. And to compete for the future is very different. Competing for the future means that you have to want to care. It means you have to see things differently. It means that you're making decisions for 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We are the last generation to know what the Kodak moment means. It's very sad. I grew up with Kodak. The Kodak moment was something very special, something worth remembering. And now we have kids who have the Instagram moment. Take a selfie. But now in business school, I guarantee you that the Kodak moment is going to be taught as that moment when you fail. That moment when you recognize that you were so arrogant in how you thought business was going to progress, in profits, in market share, and you lost touch with how customers and employees were evolving. And that's what inspires me, because we actually have a chance to make a difference in what we do. The future is about relationships. The future is about how you and I connect and how we interact. The rest is just technology. But as technology starts to become more pervasive, here in Mexico, more people have mobile phones than they have traditional phones in their house. That's a big deal. As we get more connected every single day, it gets faster and faster and faster, more connected. We have got to make decisions that steer those customer experiences, those employee experiences, even if we don't understand it. Adapting is part of our business model now. You have to help us determine why we can't make decisions fast enough, how we can make decisions faster, who within our company do we need to become friends with right now, even if they're outside of your department, so that we can make a small team of people to start solving for problems right now. There's a book that Clay Christensen wrote, one of my favorite books. It's called The Innovator's Dilemma. And it talks about how technology is affecting business models. But I like to take the title and turn it upside down, or flip it around. The Dilemma's Innovator. We are the Dilemma's Innovator. That's how we're going to make a case. By showing that there's a problem and how we're going to solve that problem. You become a hero. Trust me, there are plenty of problems to solve. We don't have to just be innovative. We don't have to be a leader in the future of technology and everything else. We just have to be a problem solver, and in that comes innovation. So where do we start? That's what I want to talk about. I want you to see your customer. I want you to feel your customer. There's three things that often hinder this evolution, that prevent us from growing. One is that we need to recognize that the future of business takes a different perspective. How we see the world today, how we see the world yesterday, isn't going to help us see the world a few years from now. We have to be able to change how we make decisions. We have to unite people to help us solve those problems. Because if you can't make decisions, if you have all of the best ideas in the world, and none of those ideas can be put into practice or tested, then you're going to lose morale. You're going to become unhappy, and you're probably just going to leave. We have to introduce a new reward system that celebrates those ideas. A new reward system that encourages you to take a chance. A new reward system that our human resources department can roll out to say, you did a great job by bringing these ideas to us. You did a great job by doing things that are outside of your job description to help us solve these problems. I have never met a business, I've never met a CEO who has said, you know what, Brian? I think the future of business is ignoring our customers. Never heard that. I don't think you will either. I think deep down, everybody wants to do the right thing. I think deep down, we believe customers are important. I think we want to make them happy. But you're customers of many businesses. And I'm pretty sure, if you're like me, as customers, we're often unhappy with the businesses that we do business with. So even though we say we care about customers, I don't think we do. Because actions speak louder than words. To be a customer-centered business means that you actually have to put the emotion, the needs, the expectations of your customer in your decision-making today. And decision-making involves marketing, sales, customer service, product innovation. To be customer-centric, you actually have to know who they are, how they feel, how they're different than you. That's where it starts. Only 7% of companies are actually customer-centric. That's horrible. That is sad. Yet most businesses think that they are customer-centric. I will tell you this, everyone has plans to be more effective in managing customer experiences, customer relationships. So if you don't start this change today, your competitors will. I am your customer. It's nice to meet you. But instead of meeting me with open arms and open heart, you think of me as your worst nightmare. I'm always connected. Who does that? Why can't he look away from his screen? All he does is tweet about how bad we are. Instead of seeing me as an opportunity to improve a relationship, you try to shut me down. We look at technology as a great solution. We look at social media and innovation as ways to be cool. But we're not going to be able to sustain a business future if that's all we do, right? I mean, I can sit here and talk to you, hey, you guys remember email? That changed our business. And you guys remember websites? Oh, that changed our business. Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and Foursquare and those are just channels. It's what we do with them that counts. It's how we use them differently that counts. It's how we see our customers and the relationship that could be different that counts. Because I can tell you after studying business after business after business, what we are all guilty of is taking all of these wonderful new technologies and doing the same thing we've always done. Talk at people. Instead of earning their trust. Instead of taking their attention and making it worth something. Instead of building relationships that last even after we got your money. And the problem with this is the processes that we have, the systems that we have inside of our companies, the way we reward new things, the way that we test new things. We're taking all of this new stuff and we're putting it in the same old processes. And they're getting suffocated. They can't breathe. And we have to change that. And it starts with seeing that there's actually a different type of customer in this world. Look, you've all done a great job at marketing to the traditional customer. That's how we all got here today. But they're not your only customer. There's a different connected customer out there, and they're growing in numbers every day, and your traditional customers are shrinking every day. Understanding who they are, what's important to them, how you can captivate their attention, will only help you grow your business. So we have to understand who they are. We can't just talk about technology, we have to study behavior. The way that we look at the world is actually preventing us from changing it. That's why I'm here today. This is why I'm inspired. When I change my perspective, when I realize that the world isn't just about me, it's about you. And I can see the world through your eyes. I can walk in this world through your shoes. It changes things. Because when you talk to businesses and you say, do you know who this new customer is? 80% of them will say yes. And they're lying. They're lying. Because then you ask, well, have you studied? Have you asked them what's important?